Hi, I'm John with Behringer, and welcome to Music Studios. In this video, I'd like to show you how to use the auto mixing feature on the X-Air series of digital mixers using the X-Air Android app. So let's have a look at how to get in there and use it. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to go to the preferences and turn the auto mixing on so that we can see it in the app here. So we're just going to go to Show right here. And as we come back out, now you can see we have an Auto Mix X and an Auto Mix Y button. And that's because you can have two separate auto mixing groups. So you could have one group of mics on Auto Mix X and another group on Y, for example. Let's just talk about X for now. You'll also notice on this main screen we have some red in at the top of each channel meter, and that actually is going to start showing us gain reduction or volume reduction for our auto mixing in a moment. So I'm going to go into the channel strip here, and I just have some generic signals coming in, but you would usually use auto mixing when you have a lot of different open microphones for a talking head scenario, maybe a corporate meeting or a courtroom or any type of situation where you have a number of mics but there's usually only one person speaking at once. So let's just say I want to go in there and assign this channel to Auto Mix Group X. You can see we have a display readout here on the bottom right. If I tap on main, I can go ahead and assign or unassign it from the auto mix. And there's also a control for weight. But before we touch on that, let's just go back out to the main screen, and we're going to turn Auto Mix X on. And now you can see we have a little bit of action happening here with channels 1 and 2 because they're both part of the same auto mixing group. So if there was to be a spike in signal here, basically on one of these channels, the other channel's gain would be brought down. Now you can also adjust the weight, which would basically determine how much the channel will be brought down. That's available to you right on the weight option here. So if I was to give this channel that's labeled kick a lot more weight, and I go back out, you'll notice now it's bringing down the track that's labeled snare. Again, these tracks are musical tracks. We'd usually be using this with talking head, but you can kind of see how it works here. And again, make sure that if you want auto mix on, you have this main button here on the top right engaged, so you can turn it on and off that way. So it's very simple to set up and use the auto mix feature on the X-Air Android app. Hope you picked up some tips. I'm John with Behringer, and thanks for joining us here at Music Studios.